Have you envisioned AI doing beyond its typical tasks? Imagine the possibilities when AI matches or surpasses human abilities. Visualize AI, helping us uncovering hidden talents and gaining deeper self-insights. Introducing iBlooming, where your journey to self-realization begins. Powered by our innovative open AI technology, iBlooming is designed to help you uncover and nurture you. At iBlooming, we leverage big data and extensive historical insights to craft detailed AI-driven profiles that provide profound understanding of your personality and capabilities. At iBlooming, personalized profiling guides you to your unique goals with tailored courses, enhancing your growth and equipping you for success in diverse fields. iBlooming brings the world to your doorstep with multiple language selections through seamless AI translation.
Courage हमें तरीकों और जीवन के पहलुओं में मदद करता है. Pertama, memberikan kemampuan.
This global knowledge base not only broadens your perspective, but also enriches your learning experience. Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur, an experienced professional, or an inquisitive student, iBlooming localizes content to guide you towards a successful and fulfilling future. Beyond your own growth, you can empower others and contribute to their growth by becoming a channel provider and sharing your unique talents, experiences, and ideas through the platform. Join us at iBlooming and embark on a transformative journey to bloom into your full potential. Let's bloom together in this exciting adventure of self-discovery and personal growth.
In today's fast-paced world, artificial intelligence is transforming the world, automating tasks and reshaping the job market. Millions of jobs are at risk of being replaced by AI. At the same time, AI is helping people achieve greater success in the business world. The question is, are you ready to adapt and thrive in this new era? The key to success is mastering more knowledge, acquiring new skills, and broadening your horizons to meet the demands of today's rapidly changing world. We are proud to introduce the solution, iBlooming, an AI-based learning platform. One of our revolutionary learning concepts is the Global iLearning Movement, GIM. Our mission is simple, to foster a lifelong learning attitude globally. We offer high value, high benefits, and a super low cost. You gain exclusive access to live seminars and content from renowned speakers and coaches around the world. Typically, this could cost hundreds to thousands of dollars, but with the GIM concept, the cost is incredibly low, only $2 per month. So everyone can learn from local and global experts. We not only provide a wide range of topics, subjects, knowledge, and skills, but also a lot more benefits. Learning opportunities from both local and global experts, covering a wide selection of topics or subjects. Opportunities to connect with experts who offer special micro-certifications. Need a specific skill to thrive in this new AI world? Our on-demand videos from global speakers are ready whenever you need them. Learn anytime, anywhere. Connect directly with our channel providers for personalized mentoring and coaching. Get the guidance you need to excel in your career. Personalized learning topics based on your profile through AI and big data. Translations provided by iBlooming's in-house AI team, allowing learners to understand foreign experts in their own language. A variety of topics ranging from casual to professional. Flexibility to learn when and where you want. Skills that schools don't teach, keeping pace with the AI era, and unlocking new opportunities for personal development, financial growth, and holistic success. Sign up now at iBlooming and take the first step towards a brighter, more successful future. Only $2 per month. Don't wait for the future to pass you by. Upskill yourself today and join the global iLearning movement.
in Bahasa Indonesia, in Khmer, Cambodian language, Mandarin, and Cantonese. So for other language, you can tune into the caption feature to view the translations. Okay. So, and after the speaker sharing, there will be a Q&A session. So if you have any questions, you can actually feel free to put it in the chat box or in the Q&A menu along the way. And during this process, don't hesitate to support our speaker by giving a lot of emojis, reactions, positive comments on the chat box. Okay, so without further ado, let me introduce our first speaker. He's the author of one of the best-selling book, Value Your Life, translated into 3 languages, English, Bahasa, and French. He's also the founder of a life-changing bootcamp attended by tens of thousands of people from over 80 countries. He's a global speaker and an inspirator. So let's put our hands all together and welcome Mr. Onggi Hianata. Hello, Mr. Onggi.
Hello, Betty. How are you?
Doing great.
Yeah, nice meeting you again, Betty. How are you? Are you in Hong Kong or somewhere in the world?
I'm in Hong Kong right now, but
Okay, Hong Kong is everything's okay.
yes, great.
Okay, nice meeting you. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, because our participants is come from different part of the world. So today we have a fantastic talk show, and I believe we can learn a lot from the expert. Okay, and that is a shocking news before the show start 2 hours before. Everyone, you received the flyer that our speaker must be a fantastic person, Professor Dr. Dato Sri Mike Chan. Yes, and this is the shocking news from him. Maybe we can play the video to show of the message from Prof. Mike from Chengdu, China. Yes, play the video.
Hi, I'm Professor Dato Sri Dr. Mike Chan. I'm so sorry that I can't have the talk tonight in 2 hours' time because I'm having a very bad diarrhea because of the mala food in Chengdu where I was down there yesterday and I've been going in and out of the toilet. I think it's impossible for me to give a talk without going to the toilet. So my colleague, Dr. Glenn, will continue the talk on my behalf today. I will replace it in the further talk next month. Thank you so much. I hope you understand. Thank you.
It's okay, Dr. Mike. We can plan. That's why the saying say men can plan, but God decide. So, and we are so happy today. I have a good friend, which is also partner of Professor Mike especially in KK. I meet this gentleman maybe I think 3 years ago. I forgot, maybe 3 years ago. And when the first time I went to KK, visited the Professor Mike John's the so-called the wellness center, European Wellness Center. And this guy actually the one that brought me to eat the fantastic seafood over there. For those never go to KK, I suggest you go to KK, Kota Kinabalu. The food there is fantastic, especially seafood. Okay, he is a fantastic doctor. Actually, during the talking with him, he knows a lot about Indonesia, especially Jakarta, and he used to study in Jakarta also study in Manila, also in Spain also. And he's an expert also in stem cell. So don't worry, today our topic is something regarding stem cell. He's the right person to talk about stem cell because he is one of the researchers also for the stem cell in this wellness center. Okay, so please help me to welcome our fantastic gentleman, Dr. Glenn Alvin. Good evening, Doctor.
Hi, good evening.
How are you?
Nice to see you again. Yeah, I do miss you. We hope you come back again to Kota Kinabalu.
Sure. It's about time. I think I love Kota Kinabalu. It's very peaceful city.
Yes,
I love the food.
In KK, yeah, and we have the islands, the sea and the mountains here. So it's a nice holiday resort. Yeah.
Very peaceful city. Okay. And you saved the bell because you saved the game when Dr. Mike have asked the information that he got the food poisoning. And
yes, he's not feeling too well today, and so he told me to stand in for him. Yeah, I'm sure we all here today share the same wishes to him that he and his family will make a quick recovery and get back to his natural self. If you know Prof. Mike, like Paongi knows him, Prof. Mike is a speaker extraordinaire. There is no one who can replace him. When it comes to talking about stem cells and wellness and longevity, there's no second to him. So I'm standing in today, but hopefully we can get him back here soon to talk to everyone and enlighten everyone with these topics. Thank you.
Yeah. Dr. Glenn, you're so humble. Actually, you're also one of the best in the center. I know because I when I went there, I visited some of the doctors also, and you are one of the expert and senior doctor over there. Okay, so now we are talking about stem cell. Okay, so because for some people, especially for me also, stem cell is something new because I'm not a doctor background, and of course we know heard people talk about stem cell everywhere, stem cell, and the last maybe 10 years stem cell is so popular. But can you explain to us in a simple way what is stem cell mean?
Okay, Paongi, it's a very good question. A lot of people get excited when you say the word stem cells, but they don't really understand what stem cell therapy is all about. Now, stem cells, as the word is defined by the word, is actually cell therapy. Basically, in this treatment, we are not giving you drugs or any synthetic products. We are giving you cells that are organic, cells that are similar to what you have in your body. So this is the advantage of our form of treatment. At the European wellness centers around the world, we practice a type of medicine called regenerative medicine. That means we give you something to stimulate all your organs, all your cells, all your tissues in your body to function at a maximum level. Okay, so this is basically what stem cells does. This is a cell that is not part of the kidney or liver or brain or something, but these cells will home to the right organ and it will stimulate that organ to proliferate, to make more cells of what you are lacking in your body. So if you come to us with a problem like kidney failure, stage 3 or stage 4, we give you enough cells so that the function that you have lost is replaced. Same thing if you come to us with a disease like Parkinson's or Alzheimer's disease, where you have a dementia and you start forgetting things. What we do to you is we replace the cells you have lost in your body. Okay, in the case of Parkinson's, the substantia nigra and in the caudate nucleus and the putamen nucleus, what is destroyed or have been destroyed because of aging is replaced with equivalent cells, similar cells to what is present in that part of the body. So same way, if you see a child with autism or Down syndrome, whatever that they do not have in their brain, what we do is we replace these cells. In autism, for example, or Down syndrome, they are lacking, say, the frontal lobe of the brain. We give you back the frontal lobe so you can improve your function. Okay, I know this sounds very far-fetched and you are not very, accustomed to this form of treatment, but this is a form of treatment that is available today. It is not medicine of the future. You can get it today. You can cure a lot of disease. You can avoid a lot of surgeries. And if you are born with things like autism or Down syndrome, this is not something that you will have to suffer for the rest of your life. What we promise you is improvement, 10%, 20%, and it gradually builds up to give you 50, 60% so you can function like a normal person. Okay, and in the geriatric group, whatever you are losing, we can help you regenerate and replace those cells that you have lost so that you don't suffer from things like aging. So stem cell therapy is not only for pathological conditions, it can also be used for health promotion. If you are 70 years old, but your body cells are like 50 years old, then we give you these cells, okay, to maintain your body at 50, okay, your biological age. It helps you, make you much younger, fitter, sharper. These are the things that these stem cells can do. So you are not a 70-year-old person by chronological age, but you possess a much younger body. Okay? Wow. This is a gist of what stem cells can do for you.
Wow. So give a new hope to the mankind. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes. We try to help those that cannot be helped. Okay, where modern medicine cannot reach out to you because they have no answers in modern medicine therapy, we give you this hope with stem cells, right? But, so if you are, sorry.
But in the market, we find so many stem cell and everybody claim they are the best stem cell. And how we differentiate, how we know as a common people like my background, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert. How I can differentiate this is the good stem cell, this not good, and like Mike say, Prof Mike say, some doesn't work, and why? And some works, and how we know this stem cell is work, that one doesn't work.
All right. When you refer to stem cells in the industry, most industry players are talking about mesenchymal stem cells. These are common stem cells that you can obtain from your own body, okay, if it's autologous, from another human species, allogenic, or from an animal, xenogenic transplants, okay? So there are many forms of stem cells. But in the market, what you get are cells known as mesenchymal stem cells. These are common stem cells that we hope will differentiate to form the organs that you want. Okay, but at the European Wellness, we are one step above in this technology. We give you organ-specific stem cells. We do not give you mesenchymal stem cells, which are like template cells or prototype cells, and hope they will change to the organ or tissue that you want. We do not do that. We give you exactly what you need for your body. If you need,
meaning is that correct? Meaning if something wrong with my eyes, the stem cell is different. Is something wrong with my brain or my skin or my heart? That is different treatment of different substance. Is that correct?
Yes. What happens is that the biotechnology available in the market today are only for mesenchymal stem cells. So they give you the common stem cell hoping that it will form the cells that you desire in your body. But at the European Wellness, we give you organ specific. If you need
organ specific, or the term is organ specific.
That's right. That's a very important.
Meaning the stem cell for brain is only for brain, for eyes only for eyes.
Yes. So
only
it's
focus
very
to the target.
Specific. Yes. So only we give you this organ specific.
Okay. Before the understanding, especially me, I think stem cell, people themselves inject stem cell to the body, the whole body impact positively. Is that wrong?
Yeah. But you can inject mesenchymal stem cells and hope that it will replace whatever is lacking in your body. But this is not a specific treatment. This is a general treatment. What we offer at the European Wellness is really something very targeted, organ-specific treatment that you cannot get anywhere else. This is a very high level of biotechnology that we have in our team to give you this form of treatment. So if you have a chronic lung disease, we really give you parenchymal tissues of the lung, alveoli, bronchus, all these tissues can be given. And if you have problems with your kidney, we really replace those cells with glomerular cells so that your kidney functions improve. Okay? I'm not going to give you some mesenchymal cells and hope that 20 or 30% of those cells form kidney tissue or kidney cells. No, I give you 100% of these cells and tissues that you need. So this form of specific treatment is only available in this company because we have that level of biotechnology to do this form of treatment. Now, regarding administration that you have mentioned just now, there are multiple ways of administrating these stem cells. I can give you stem cell through the buttocks, which is intramuscular injections, where the stem cells will home within 1 to 2 days to the organ they are targeted for. For example, if you are giving to a patient with Parkinson's, and I assume here you're giving a lot of brain cells, those cells will go home directly to your brain. Now, they're not going to go to your liver or your kidney because they have this gene detection that brain cells only will go and home into your brain. Therefore, it will improve. We also have different ways of administration. Intranasal, for example. We can, for example, those who want to send tissues or cells to your brain, we have intranasal treatment for very fine exosomes and peptides. We can also do things like nebulized for the lung tissue. We can inject stem cells intra-articular into your joints. For example, if you have osteoarthritis, especially osteoarthritis grade 3, grade 4, we can do intra-articular injections of stem cells, precursor stem cells, directly into your knee joint to improve the function of the knee. Things like placenta to reduce inflammation, things like cartilage to improve the soft bone that protects your femur and your tibia, things like synovia to increase the volume in your synovial joint. So these things can be done targeted right into your joint, And with long-term treatment this way, after a few treatments, you will realize you can avoid surgery of the knee joint, what we call the total knee replacement or TKR. So continuous treatment in this method can even avoid surgeries. This is especially useful for people who are not fit for surgery. You can avoid this, very gruesome, very long hour surgery and recovery from these surgeries, which takes up to 6 months.
Wow, it's a new hope for those who cannot do the surgery, using stem cells to replace the cell. So, and people also say that our body, we have our own stem cell. And since we are growing, aging, and the stem cell reduce also in our body. Is that correct? That way of thinking?
Yes, you are totally right. When we are born with 100% content of stem cell. That means the quantity of stem cells is the quota that we have is 100%. But you lose these cells with age, through wear and tear. Just like you lose your functions of your organs, your tissues, you also lose that stem cells. Now, by the time you are 50 years old, you have lost more than 50% of those stem cells. Now, these stem cells are the cells that help you recover, repair, and regenerate the tissues in your body. Imagine at 50% gone. That means the ability of your organs to recover has already down 50%. Imagine at 70 years old. Now, those organs might be functioning with just 10 to 20% stem cells. That means if you get a wound healing will be slower. Okay, and if you have certain disease, the ability of your, for example, like Parkinson's, the ability of your brain to replace these cells that you are lost already gone. Therefore, can you take the stem cells from a 70-year-old man and inject it back to him? Is it logical? Are you going to get that efficacy and the therapeutic ability of taking a cells from a baby and giving it back to that person? Okay, so you can see these benefits and these advantages. Therefore, sometimes we do not recommend autologous transplant of stem cells. Allogenic transplant, that is a better option. But at the moment, getting cells from babies or fetuses, which are the best sources of cells, is not ethical. Therefore, we look at other sources. Okay, the next closest thing is possibly animals. Of course, you can get stem cells from plants as well. Okay, all living beings produce these stem cells, but the closest to a human will probably be from an animal. All right, now when it comes to animals, our company uses sheep and rabbits. We find them very compatible to human cells, and the results we get are excellent. So we use, when it is not possible to use autologous transplant, we sometimes consider, and most of the time, take xenogenic transplant. That means transplants of animal tissue cells from sheep and rabbit, and we implant them into humans to get a maximum result from stem cell therapy.
Is there any sensitive issue for somebody maybe very sensitive to the certain animal? Is there any issue about that, or confirm there's no issue? Everybody can accept that kind of other stem cell from animal, just you mentioned just now.
Very good question, Pak Onggi. Actually, a lot of people ask this question to all stem cell practitioners. Okay, what is happening here is that we are taking cells from very early stage of fetuses. Yeah. So initially, after fertilization, you get an early stage called a blastula. It goes to a morula. Whatever happens there, in the blastocyst stage, we take out the cells from there. It is a very early stage of taking the content of the organs from the fetus. Now, if you see a fetus at that stage, there's only 3 types of cells. Either you take the cells from the mesoderm, the ectoderm, or the endoderm. Okay. Now, these three types of tissue cells will differentiate and mature to form any of the body's cells and tissues. For example, if you take from the endoderm inside, it's going to form your vascular tissue and your inner organs, while the mesoderm will form different organs in your body. So we extract the cells at this level. And when you extract cells from these at this level, immunogenicity hasn't sunk in yet. That means the cells have not developed immunity or immune status. Therefore, transplant into a human does not develop reaction in the form of hypersensitivity reaction because the cells have not developed immunogenicity. What kind of then you ask Dr. Glenn, what kind of reactions do you see in the body? We get reactions like injection site reaction. At the place where you inject, you might get some reaction in some people who are very sensitive. Okay, but you do not, I mean, you get a bit of swelling, inflammation, you get a bit of bruising because of the injection that we introduce into the body. But when it comes to hypersensitivity, when you talk about type 1 anaphylactic reaction, type 2 reactions, you don't get these sort of reactions. Well, as far as I'm concerned, I have not witnessed any of these cells in my years dealing with stem cells, which are quite a little bit of years, I would say. Yeah. So
okay, very good.
Coming to allergic reactions, no, hardly anything.
Good. So now talking about skin. Okay, and look like your skin is so good. You're also expert in this end. Okay, can you explain that stem cells, specifically for the skin?
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
If you understand,
yes.
Okay. I go back to the basics. What the stem cell is going to do for the skin. For your information, I inject stem cells for the skin either as mesotherapy. It's basically injected intradermal under the skin. Okay. These are especially good for anti-aging therapy. Okay. When you inject things like skin cells, placenta, and mesenchymal cells, what they're going to do is they are going to go into your body and they're going to stimulate your own body to produce these cells. When I inject it intradermal, that means it goes into the dermis layer of the skin. Okay, for the doctors out there, this is the middle layer of the skin after the epidermis, the top layer of the skin. Here, it's going to proliferate to produce the tissues that you want. Skin tissue is going to increase the keratinocytes in your skin. The placenta is going to reduce inflammation so you can proliferate the collagen, the elastin, all the extracellular matrix in your skin. And mesenchymal cells will give you all the other tissues that is required by your body. Okay, we replace and we replenish all these cells so that your tissues rejuvenate and we repair whatever is lost, okay, and what is wrong or damaged under your skin. Okay, so every time you commit or invest to this treatment, it is like saving money in the bank. You are, stimulating your own cells to make back your tissue, and you are naturally replacing all the cells in your body to give you an anti-aging effect. There is no Botox required here. There is no filler with hyaluronic acid or any other stuff. Any of these treatment required for your body. Okay, you are investing your own, cells that are organic, that are natural, that are biosimilar to your body to stimulate your own body to produce these cells. It's something like PRP. In PRP, you take your blood and then you extract the platelets and, in the plasma, and you inject it back into your body to replace and bring out all the growth factors. Here too, the idea is the same. We are not using chemicals. We are not using synthetic stuff. We are using your cells that are similar to your body to replace whatever is lost. Or
So
damaged.
meaning totally this is safe for our body. So
Yes.
I want to show you one of the picture. I took this picture with Prof Mike. I can show to the audience here. Can you show to the okay, and I want to ask the question regarding his hair. According to Prof Mike, his hair is original. No, there's no white hair on his head. Can you explain the logic behind this?
Okay. Yeah, excellent photo. Very good photo of Prof. Mike. Yeah, showing his long hair. That is his trademark. You won't find this in many people. But what I want to tell you, Prof. Paongi, is that this treatment, I've made publications on this treatment because it falls in my category of my field of interest, which is skin and hair. Okay. What happens here is we do stem cell therapy for the hair. Okay, we give you hair cells, we give you skin cells, and we give you placenta, and also a little bit of hormones to stimulate hair growth. We have this product in our company. It's called hair follicle regeneration. So basically, we can regenerate hair tissue. Okay. This is very useful for people with certain indication. For example, alopecia areata, where you have bald spots on your hair, androgenetic alopecia, be it male or female, where you have male pattern hair loss, trichotillomania, or even telogen effluvium, where your hair is naturally fall off because of an underlying stressor. We can stimulate hair growth. What is the required criteria? Your hair follicles must still be open. That means you still have hair follicles where your hair can grow. Okay. These stem cells or peptides, we are going to introduce it to that area of your scalp. We will inject it right to the dermis where the bulk of your hair is present to stimulate hair to grow. And it will grow. Now, human hair grows at a rate about 1.2 to 1.3 centimeters a month. So every month, an average of 1 centimeter of hair grows. So you can see from Prof. Mike's hair, he has been using this therapy for a long time, and the hair can naturally bloom. If you use this therapy for more than 1 year, you can even avoid white hair, which is known as tanniness.
Dr. Glenn,
Yes.
maybe a lot of people want to know, including me. I want to know too.
Right.
Just say I already have my white hair now because I'm so young. I'm 21, and my white hair starting coming out. And when I use stem cell, can the white color become red again? Become red. I mean, become black color again. Is possible?
Yes, it's still possible, but there's no miracle treatment. You don't do it one time and next day your hair is black. No, you've got to continuously do it. We are looking at a time of 9 months to 1 year. You got to continuously use the stem cells and the stem cell byproducts like peptides or exosomes to stimulate the hair growth. For doctors in the audience, you know that in the hair, the melanin pigmentation, the melanosomes are found in the hair bulb. So you must direct or target your treatment to the hair bulb. That means the injection or the mesotherapy in any form must be administered to reach the dermis so that you can stimulate this hair to grow. The cells or the stem cells must reach the hair bulb to stimulate the melanosomes to produce melanocytes to produce melanosomes that ultimately result in the formation of pigment called melanin. Only then you will get hair to be black or back to your natural color. Okay. For hair growth in androgenetic alopecia, we can still do it at the early stages, meaning up to your Ludwig classification stage 3A, 3B, we can still grow back that hair. The only criteria is the follicle must still be present. If no follicle present, we cannot grow that hair. So even at Prof. Mike, who looks very young at 65 years old, we can make that hair grow. He is a living proof, a living example that we can grow hair.
Fantastic. So actually, you give us so many new hope for, special for gentlemen.
Yes.
Maybe
And
for the skin, lady
Auntie,
like it. For hair, maybe men like it. Okay. I
yes.
think this is
And
the
for your
answer.
information, this one goes to all hair on the body. You know, Paongi, you can
Oh, yeah?
even grow hair on your eyebrows. You can thicken the hair in your eyebrows. And for
Oh.
ladies, those who want long, thick eyelashes, you know, where you don't want to use your false eyelashes, we can, with our treatment, we can make you grow your eyelashes. Now, I have 4 publications on eyebrows and eyelashes. If you Google my name, you can read those publications. Yeah, we can grow. And from my study, over 3 months, I can grow a good half centimeter, 0.5 millimeters of eyelashes. Okay. So yeah, and these eyelashes are not just long in length, but also thick in diameter. So you can do this within 3 months if you use our treatment. And for men who have problem growing beard and mustache, we can even do what do you call it, this treatment to grow mustache and beard. If you want to maintain a goatee or thick mustache, this treatment can help you grow. But of course, when it comes to mustache, I think the length is you grow is 0.3 to 0.4 millimeters a month. Centimeters, 0.3 centimeters a month. So very slow, but yet you can still within 3 months grow 1 centimeter of mustache, as long as you have the hair follicles present around your facial to grow facial hair. So it's not just the hair on your scalp, okay? You can grow facial hair as well over your eyebrows, your eyelashes, your mustache, your beard. Okay?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So fantastic. Dr. Grant, what do you think about the future of stem cell for mankind, especially in the health issue?
Right. Stem cells, if you listen to Prof. Mike, he will say it's not the treatment of the future, it's the treatment of today. It's available today. Of course, it gives a lot of hope to people, and it also gives you benefits that you lose out when you take drugs. Okay? Remember when we had COVID going on and everybody started taking the vaccine, a lot of people were not happy with the vaccine, and you started getting a lot of side effects because of the vaccine. Okay? So moving to a new direction where we are consuming things that are drug free is excellent. Okay? And all drugs come with side effects, those effects that you don't want from your body. If you consume statins for 1 to 2 years, you will start getting high blood pressure. You will start getting diabetes, because if you read the label on the statins paper or instructions, one of the side effects after long times of consuming statins is your blood sugar can rise. Okay?
Wow.
So taking one drug is not a solution. Okay? And drug companies here, they only make better and better drugs, but nobody is talking about cure. So what we offer here with stem cells is hope. We do not also promise cure, but at least we offer hope in the form of improvement. The percentage improvement is very individual. Some people get a 5% improvement. Some people get a 10 to 20% improvement. But with continuous therapy, if you can improve your organ by 30 to 40%, this is wonderful news. Okay? We have had cases where patients are almost blind, or, only able to identify figures, but with stem cell therapy, they are able to see or at least improve vision. Okay? Now, these sorts of benefits are not seen in conventional medicine. I'm not saying we are not conventional medicine, but we are conventional medicine in a different way. What we say is alternative. Same way, imagine if you are a patient on dialysis, what kind of quality of life you have. But with the stem cells, we can make you pee again. We can improve from an end-stage renal failure to a stage 4 or stage 3 where you can pee again. This type of quality of life is, beyond words for the patient. It's like a miracle therapy. So this is what it is that is achievable when you do stem cell therapy. These are wonderful results that I have personally seen with patients.
Do you have any during your experience in the European clinic over there? And do you have any extreme example of the treatment after people do some treatment of the stem cell and they totally heal, something like that? Do you have something experience?
Okay, let me share with you. We had a patient, a foreigner from Vietnam. She came to us. Actually, she had lung tumor, lung cancer, and it has metastasized to the brain. Okay. Of course, at this stage, it's treatment at humanitarian grounds, at compassionate ground, because there's nothing much you can do with chemo and things like that. The chemo is not being helpful and things like that. We did 1 week of therapy using certain by boosting the immune system, and we managed to shrink the tumor in the brain. Okay, so imagine this. We can shrink tumors that are present in the brain. Metastasized tumor, we managed to shrink it. Okay, let's talk about another patient, a very famous patient, a singer from the UK. He's in his 80s.
Who is the singer? Elton John,
okay,
right?
Yes, that's right. Elton John is
Elton
our
John.
patient. He's still on our therapy and he's on our books doing treatment with us. He came to us one eye blind and another eye partially blind. Okay. Today he can see with one eye, and the other eye is also, there's an improvement in vision.
Wow.
He has taken treatment with us 2 to 3 times with stem cell therapy, and he's showing excellent progress in this, So we do have patients who have made a lot of recovery. We have one patient, American patient, who is on hemodialysis, and now he's on stage 4 kidney failure, where he can pee by himself and he's not doing dialysis anymore. And he happens to be a doctor. So these things are possible. These things take time. I'm not saying everyone going to achieve these levels, but back to what I promise you. What I promise you is improvement within 1 or 2 times of treatment. We can improve the function of the organ and even the progress of the disease. It is already wonderful if we can stop the progress of the disease. For example, in cancer, okay, a lot of people say that the stem cells cannot treat cancer. Yes, we cannot directly treat cancer, but we can indirectly treat it by, giving immune tissue, immune cells, improving your immune system to reduce the progress or slow the progress of the cancer in your body. These are what we have witnessed. We have case studies that we have, case reports we have published on this. It is all scientific based. We do the research, all the therapy that we have scientific documents backing up that this treatment can do the changes that we promise. Even at preclinical levels, I do studies overseas and with the company on stem cell improvement in animals. We do the studies at animal level, then we move to human levels. We publish these findings, and then only once the R&D is complete, we make the products based on our findings. So this has always been a scientific way of doing things, and these scientific methods we use are all the same things the pharmacological companies use, the same way conventional doctors do the research. It's nothing different or nothing special. We follow the same guidelines and follow the same protocols when we do these studies.
Okay.
Very soon, we are going to go into a national program to treat diabetes in a Caribbean island called Antigua. We are going to start therapy there to treat diabetes using stem cells. And we are going to do this study in a very big way, and we're going to publish these studies. We are seeking approval from the Antigua government. This one, we will be flying there to seek approval from the Prime Minister of Antigua and their parliament for us to do this clinical research that will indicate that our stem cell therapy can improve the quality of life in diabetics by improving diabetic retinopathy, diabetic nephropathy, and also reducing the dependence on diabetic therapy in the conventional form, like your metformin, your SLG2s, and your DPP4s.
Fantastic. Dr. Glenn, actually, you give so many hope. European Center, this giving people hope. I think more people must know about your center, okay? But since the time so limited, I want to go back to Betty. But before I go back to Betty, maybe I want to show you one more time the message from Prof. Mike Chan, okay?
Hi, I'm Professor Dato Sri Dr. Mike Chan. I'm so sorry that I can't have the talk tonight in 2 hours' time because I'm having a very bad diarrhea because of the mala food in Chengdu where I was down there yesterday and I've been going in and out of the toilet. I think it's impossible for me to give a talk without going to the toilet. So my colleague, Dr. Glenn, will continue the talk on my behalf today. I will replace it in the further talk next month. Thank you so much. I hope you understand. Thank you.
Understand, Dr. Mike. Hopefully you get well soon. Okay, I go back to you, Betty.
Wow, thank you, Mr. Ongi, and thank you, Dr. Glenn. It's a very hopeful,
Hi,
hope-filled night. Yeah. So, and hopefully, Professor Mike will get well very soon. Okay. So, Dr. Glenn, I have a question for you before I move on. Yeah. So in your, according to you, how can this GIM, we call it the Global iLearning Movement, empower learners and educators worldwide and create a meaningful change? So what do you think?
Okay, Betty, I've learned this GIM thing very recently, and from Ongi and from you, of course. I think it's a wonderful idea. The world is getting smaller and the technology is booming. So this is one way or a platform where we can reach out to people, where language is no more a barrier, and location or predilection of wherever you are, this is not a barrier. Like you asked today, we've got people from all over Southeast Asia, Asia, and also from the Middle East, people taking part today. The world has become so small because of the wonderful technology that we have. So this platform takes it to a higher level, because even language is not a barrier anymore. Even though you have the platform, language can be a barrier for countries where English is not the spoken word, or the first language, or for people where English is not even the second language spoken in that country. You can listen to this very comfortably and you get the right message that this platform will give you, because of its ability to translate, for example, the message today on stem cells. So you get the right information, and this information is power to you. It gives you knowledge. So you are listening to it without an interpreter or without figuring what I'm saying today. Okay, so I really admire this platform for this reason. It's a wonderful thing, and I congratulate you and I encourage you to, make it available for more people in this world.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Glenn. Thank you for your answer. And I believe that, with technology nowadays, we can be spreading very fast, like the wisdom and knowledge that you shared tonight. So thank you so much for answering this question. So before I go into the Q&A session, maybe a lot of you have been hearing about, GIM, and you've seen, the iBlooming logo that's behind us. So allow me to take a few minutes to share about iBlooming, so you have an idea. So let me share my slides. So here you go. All right. So iBlooming is actually an AI-powered online learning platform. There are a few things that we do. First of all, we have an AI character profiling. So this AI character profiling actually tells you who you are, your weakness, your strength, and in what ways you learn best. And the other thing is we do an AI translation. So we help speakers and businesses all over the world to translate from their mother tongue to all the different languages that's available. And we also have an AI-powered learning program like the GIM. So this is our goal is to bring quality education at the lowest cost to as many people as possible. So let's take a look at the iMatrix. So iMatrix, we combine the Eastern wisdom, for example, the 5,000 years of wisdom, I Ching, numerology, astrology, with the Western science, so all the psychometrics, MBTI. So through AI and technology, we were able to generate different reports. So we have a report that is free, so you get to know, which color that you are, your character, and then a $3 report where it goes deeper to dissect, your personality traits, a $25 report that tells you, the ability of your left brain, right brain, how it works, and deeper. And we also have love and relationship reports and also career and wealth report. So once you get the report, you also get, an AI companion, because this AI companion will one day become your best friend because they will guide you to explore your potential. So we have 9 different characters, very cute ones. Momo, Wowo, Yaya, Fafa, Fifi, Mumu, Wa, Wa, Wee, Wee, Boo, Boo. Okay, so and very easy to remember their names. So this is our app. And in our app, you will get a your personalized iBalmy. So whatever color that you are, every day your iBalmy will prompt you, okay, to tell you what is your energy level, what kind of music that you can listen to raise your vibration, love advice, career advice, and then it will suggest you what kind of courses that is suitable for you for upskilling and reskilling. And in this app, you can actually also buy different kinds of reports. So your reports will be all listed here. So we are coming out with different reports for different people. And also, when you subscribe to our GIM, the daily schedule is in here. So you can just click and directly it will bring you to the class. Okay, so on our platform, iBlooming.ai, we have started about 1.5 years. And since then, we were able to collect and invite over 350 channel providers from all over the world with over 2,500 videos. So we have our signature speakers from all over the world, and these are people who has global influence. We also work with a lot of corporate channel providers, institutions, schools that helps them, to do brand awareness, marketing, and education. We also have kids channel where we empower kids to showcase their talents on here. And also we also have, different channel providers with different expertise coming from all over the world. So to be on here is totally free. So you just need, a few, 5 different videos to be submitted and you can come on board. And once you get on board, then you can put your e-course, your e-books, so that, that it can be sold, on this platform. And here is the good thing. So once you put your e-course and e-books, you can also, with the AI technology, translate it into different languages. So, for example, here's one of our example. So this is Mr. John Berkel from UK. He was the ex-Speaker of the House of the Parliament, and the original language is English. So let's take a look at this video.
Hello, I'm John Bercow. For 22 years, I was a Member of Parliament. For over 10 years, I served as Speaker of the House of Commons. Halo, saya John Bercow. Selama 22 tahun saya menjadi anggota Parlimen. Lebih dari 10 tahun saya menjabat sebagai Ketua Dewan Rakyat. So, sayaខ្ញុំឈ្មោះច័ន្ទ Bercow ខ្ញុំធ្លាប់ជាសមាជិកសភារយៈពេល22ឆ្នាំជាសភាតំណាងរាស្ត្ររយៈពេលជាង10ឆ្នាំហើយជាវាគ្មិននិយាយសាធារណៈរយៈពេលជាង40ឆ្នាំ
สวัสดีครับผมชื่อจอห์น เบอร์คาวเป็นเวลา 22 ปีที่ผ่านมาผมเป็นสมาชิกรัฐสภามากกว่า 10 ปีผมดำรงตำแหน่งประธานสภาสามัญชน
大家好，我是张伯考。我曾担任议会议员22年，担任下议院议长超过10年。
So within minutes, you can speak many languages. So that's the great things about technology. And we also have this program called the GIM. So the GIM was inspired by one of the movement that Mr. Ongki has done back in 2020 during COVID, because at that time there was a lot of negative and a lot of fears, surrounding us. So what we did was within 10 days, we bring in people from 218 countries, about 4,000 of us. So we get together and promote, to consume positive news only. So this is what the movement has done.
Please come join with us because we are one.
The time is here.
Okay, so because of this movement, now we wanted to replicate the same concept, but this time to education. Why? Because we understand that, in the next 5 years, probably less than 5 years, AI and automation is coming along very, very fast. So we need to upskill and reskill because according to the studies, more than 50% of our job is going to be affected. So that's why a lot of governments are promoting upskill and reskill to their citizens. And this is where, iBlooming plays a very critical role because we are a platform that brings in the educators and learners from all over the world. And every single day, we have schedules like today. And at a super low cost, we can offer it to all the learners all over the world. So for example, this is the October schedule. So on Monday, we have, the iLearn mission, iLearn money. And tonight, we have the GIM preview. And then we also have iLearn entrepreneur, iLearn theology, iLearn parenting. And we are going to have more iLearn coming on. So at a low cost, very, very low cost. Okay. So if you take a wild guess, a lot of my friends take a wild guess. They were like, okay, I'll pay $100, $50. And surprise, it's only for $2 a month. So for $2 a month, which is less than a cup of coffee, everybody gets to learn. Yeah. And being our partners, you can actually get a special link with a 50% discount. So basically, it's only for $1 a month, so everybody can learn. So that's why our mission is to bring this kind of education to people all over the world, even to the unreachable. Okay, so this is our website, iblooming.ai. Okay, so if you have a time, later on, you can actually go and take a look at the web, right? So this is about iBlooming. Stop sharing. So moving on, we're going to move on to our Q&A session. Okay, having some technical issue here. Okay. All right. So we are now entering into a Q&A session. If you have any questions that you want to ask Dr. Glenn or Mr. Ongki, okay, you can actually write it in the Q&A menu or in the chat box. All right. So let's go on to the first question by Miss Monica. So Dr. Glenn, this is a question for Dr. Glenn. How much is stem cell therapy? Yes, Dr. Glenn.
All right. Thank you. That's another question a lot of people ask me very often. let me explain something very basic about stem cell therapy. This is not your therapy that you get with drugs. When you go to a hospital, you get a drug, that's the price for you. You pay for the high blood pressure drugs and your diabetes drugs, things like that. There's a fixed price for it. Now, these drugs are prepared for the masses. It's for everyone. Everybody with high blood pressure gets these drugs unless they cannot take it for certain reason, then they give you another high blood pressure drugs. But with us in stem cells therapy, your treatment is personalized and individualized. Only you get that cells that you need. Okay? How we do things are like this. When you come to us, you will fill a medical questionnaire, and you will like you go when you go to a hospital or something, and the doctor gets a history from you. And also, we will ask you for your lab test results, whatever that we did. From there, we will address what are the problems you're having, or if you just want improvement for your body. And then what else you want to do. For example, I have no problem, doctor. I'm just coming for my hair, for example. So we will do some testing as well. Some tests are similar to what you do in a hospital, like an ECG or blood taking for cancer markers, and some might be different, okay? We can absorb the qi that the Chinese traditional medicine does while taking the pulse therapy. We can do something like that, okay? So we take all the information from all this and we come up with our diagnosis. From there, from your diagnosis, we will prescribe cells for you, okay? Let's give an example. If you come to us with diabetes, type 2 diabetes, I'm going to give you the beta islet cells of the pancreas. I'm going to give you some liver cells. I'm also going to give you hypothalamus, and I'm also going to give you pituitary cells, okay? Then we stimulate the whole breakdown of sugar system in your body. Now, you know the pancreas cells are stimulated by the pituitary, and that pituitary is stimulated by the hypothalamus, and that hypothalamus gets a feedback from your pancreas or your blood based on your sugar levels. So this way, we're not only giving you one cell, but the whole system that you need to regenerate and change so that you get a meaningful response to what you have, okay? Same with other parts of, okay, for example, for the brain, if you have Parkinson's, what are the signs? You may have dementia, so we're going to give you certain cells. We're also going to give you cells like amygdala and midbrain cells to help you sleep. We're also going to give you frontal lobe cells to help you in your executive function in your daily lives. It's not just giving you the substantia nigra and things like that. So we give you everything, and also maybe some muscle cells if you're having some gait problems, you know, you cannot walk properly, and also nerve cells for your peripheral nerves so that the impulses can go very well. So all these are given specifically based on the disease that you have. So that's how it works with stem cells. Then we decide. If it's 10 cells we're giving you, there is a certain price. Some will be normal doses, some will be double doses, some will be quadruple doses. Or if you're giving you 20 cells, then the price will be different again. Okay? If I were to give you a ballpark value, okay, for precursor stem cells, we are looking at something like maybe about $60,000 based on the problems that you're having. Okay? Right. Just a ballpark value, but it could be cheaper or more expensive. Yeah, depending on the conditions. Right.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Glenn. Okay, so our second question comes from our friend from Qatar. The first question that he has is, how do therapy approval authorities and pharmacy regulatory bodies collaborate to ensure that these advanced treatments like stem cell are both clinically validated and safely dispensed to patients?
Okay, clinical validations, we have all the studies that we have done over the years. We have studies and we publish this, okay, in scientific journals. We try to, reach out to as many journals as we can so that we have the scientific backing to it. Same with labs. We do collaboration with many labs across the world. We have projects with the University of California with University of California, their labs in Irvine. We have projects with Heidelberg University, and we do it in Germany. These labs validate the medication, the treatment that we are doing, that these are really stem cells. These are given at this amount, these values, and they are really GMP certified and things like that. So we have the studies, we have the products. It's up to the individual country to decide whether you want to accept this form of therapy. If you cannot get it recognized or regulated in your country, you can take it in another country where it's accepted. Right.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Glenn. And there's also a question from Ethan. What's the difference between hair treatment at Euro Wellness versus hair transplant? Would there be any side effect of the treatment? For instance, the apply of meso and peptide?
Okay, Ethan, I explained just now about the avoidance of a total knee replacement in a patient with osteoarthritis. If you have stage 3 or stage 4 osteoarthritis, you are a candidate for the surgery. And that surgery will take you 6 months to recover, where the swelling of the knee to come down and everything, where you get back your knee back to your where it was before. It would take 6 months. And you can avoid this by doing stem cell therapy. Same thing with your scalp, okay? I don't promise you in one treatment all your hair will grow, unlike a hair transplant, but the agony of going through a transplant, the surgery you have to go through when anesthetist needs to block your scalp. This is not for everyone. For those who want to avoid surgery, this is the alternative therapy that I'm offering. Okay, your FUE, FUT types of surgeries that you do in your hair transplant, they come with risk, but with my therapy, very minimal risk. We are just pinching your skin, basically we are injecting into just the dermis, very, very superficial. This is not something that is going to be painful or something which is tedious to do or something that needs a long time for recovery. You can do this treatment today and you are well to go back. You can drive home. It takes about an hour to do, depending on the severity of the disease. Okay, you just sit there. And we also have a treatment where we give you a stamper and you can do it yourself at home. You can do the treatment weekly at the doctor's center, and the balance of the treatment on the other days, there is a DIY stamper where you can stamp the peptides yourself on your scalp and do the treatment in the comfort of your house without seeing a doctor. Okay, we advise at least 3 months of therapy so that there is a significant improvement and clinical improvement for yourself. Okay, and at the end of the day, you can avoid the surgery. That is the bottom line.
Okay, great. Thank you, Dr. Glenn. And we'll take the last question from Eka. Is there any effort to make the stem cell therapy be more affordable and accessible to people all over the world to eliminate the diseases?
We are doing all we can. The first step is education. We are teaching the doctors. Next, we are moving into medical schools so that regenerative medicine is part of your syllabus. Okay, at the European Wellness, we have an academic wing where you can get a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and even a PhD in regenerative therapy, where you learn everything about stem cells and their application to various branches of medicine. So step 1 is the awareness. Okay, the other way, of course, is to show that the therapy is really legit, legitimized treatment, legal treatment that you can do safely in anywhere. Therefore, it's available in your country for you to do. We have centers all over the world. We have 46 centers and counting around the world. We have centers in Malaysia, it's coming up in Indonesia, for your information, in Jakarta, and later in Bali. We have centers in Thailand, we have in Vietnam, Hong Kong, we have in Bangladesh, we have in the Middle East, we have in Germany, Switzerland, Greece, as far as Ecuador in South America. So we reach out to a lot of people all around the world. If you can come to the best center is still Kota Kinabalu, which is the hub for the whole world, but you can go to any of these centers and avail the therapy there. Okay, so we are reaching out to people. We want to get the message out to the younger generation doctors. We want to educate them in this field. For the doctors, of course, who are present today, we can educate you, create that awareness. We have books. We publish more than 50, 60 books, textbooks on various topics. Like me, I've written on hair diseases. I'm also got one book coming out soon on the skin and aging. We educate the public on every different aspects of stem cell therapy so that you understand what stem cell is all about. We reach out through education so that you have the knowledge to know how to use these products well. So, and then of course, in other methods, through lab work, through reaching out to universities, many ways, even to governments, and doing studies. For example, we have a study proposal with the Chinese government in Baoding on doing studies on autism in stem cells. And this month we are flying to Antigua to do study on diabetes with the people of Antigua, supported by their government. So we're reaching out to them. We are trying to get this treatment available in all these countries for the benefit of the people.
Great. Thank you so much, Dr. Glenn. It's great hearing that, that you guys are doing a lot of contribution and working with, the local governments and the people. So thank you so much. At this moment, I would like to invite Mr. Onggi back for a closing statement. Mr. Onggi.
Thank you, Betty. And Glenn, Dr. Glenn, before we say goodbye to the audience, maybe I want to ask the final question for you. Is that okay? And just now you mentioned that people with the 50, the stem cell reduce 50%. Okay? Just say I'm 50 now. I want to recover 100%. Is that possible? The first question is possible. The second question is, if it works 100%, how much the cost that a person should spend to achieve that kind of level?
Now, health is always a priority to everyone. Health, they say, is wealth. When you have your health, you can enjoy your life. You can live even to 100, 120, which is now theoretically possible. So the key here is you can live as long as you want. As I'm sure we share the same goals, Pak Onggi. We want to live healthy throughout these years. Okay. There's another saying we like to say here at the European Wellness. 80 is the new 60.
80 is the new 60.
80 is the new 60 or the new 50. Okay. That means at 80 years old, you must be functioning like a 60-year-old or a 50 years old. That's what we want. Okay. And Prof. Mike is the living proof that you can do that. He is 65 years old. He looks like a rock star. He looks like he's 40 years old, things like that. Yeah. So that is what we want to achieve. Okay. It's very doable. Okay. Yes. What we can do for you is, yes, you may not benefit from taking your own cells from your own body, meaning autologous transplantation. You will benefit more from getting from the animals or allogenic sources that you can avail to. But I would recommend for you xenotransplantation, where we take from animals. We can give you that millions of cells or even billions of cells that you need from your body to regenerate, stimulate your own body to make that new cells, that new tissues. Okay, we are losing cells every day. Brain cells, we lose hundreds of thousands cells to 1 million cells every day. We need to replace these cells. If you don't replace these cells, then you are going to deteriorate in brain function. So stem cell replacement to replace whatever you've lost, it's an excellent way. Okay, so health is what is most important, right? So we can do that, Pak Onggi. And what was your second question again, Pak Onggi?
How much is cost?
The cost, of course, when more people take these cells, the cost will come down. If we start mass production, once countries like China and countries like Antigua start accepting these things and buying it for their citizen. Then it will go to mass productions. We will start opening more labs around the world. Then we can bring down the cost. Okay.
So good. If so, maybe next time we do a movement, okay? Stem cell movement to bring down the price.
Yes, of course. Please, and more people take these therapies. Yes. At the
Okay,
moment,
good idea.
we are still doing it at this level. Feel free
Yeah.
to contact me and Prof. Mike. I'm so sad he's not here. He can give you even more feedback and more knowledge and more information. He's excellent. Please, Paungi,
Yes.
arrange one session with him next time
Yes.
for him. to
Sure. He will.
everyone, you know.
He
Yeah.
just now he promised next month. So for
That's
those who want to
right. Please make
enjoy.
sure it's I mean something different to listen for this message from him than from me, you know. He will take you to a very
You are fantastic, Dr. Ren. Actually, you are
and we
fantastic
are
too.
always ready to meet you and talk to you and help you with your patients, or it's for your family members or for yourself. We are always ready to help. Please get in touch with one of us. Paungi, you can even share my contact through European Wellness or with Prof. Mike or with anybody. You can even Google European Wellness and you can contact us, and we are ready to help you to
True.
help your loved ones to improve better or even cure diseases.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Grant. I can feel, because when I visited you in Kota Kinabalu, I can feel the hospitality from you, fantastic treatment from you and your family. Thank you for today. I think maybe next time we meet to get more insight from you about stem cell. Thank you for your contribution for today. Yeah, Dr. Grant. So
Yeah,
I go
thank
back
you to the
to,
team.
yeah,
Yes,
I go
thank
back
you
to
very much.
Betty. Thank you so much. Yeah. I go back to Betty. Thank you,
Thank you,
Betty.
Mr. Ongi. Thank you, Mr. Ongi. Thank you, Dr. Glenn. What an amazing night, full of information that it brings a lot of hope. Yeah. So I believe that, we'll have more of these sessions. Hopefully next time, with Dr. Glenn again and also Dr. Mike, because, there's just a wealth of information here. So due to time constraint, we have to end the Q&A. And thank you for all the participants who are very enthusiastic. And I see the questions still coming in. So you can actually go and search also for European Wellness Center. And I believe that, soon you will also see on our iBlooming. Yeah. So thank you so much once again for Dr. Glenn and Mr. Ongi and all the participants. But please stay a little bit more because I have many updates for you. There's a lot of exciting news that's coming up. So here, after this, you may take a moment and visit our website, iblooming.ai. There's a lot of new speakers. There are a lot of information on there that you can actually learn and a lot of things. And also you can do a free character profiling test. So find out, what color belongs to you, which iBalmy is your iBalmy, and you will be surprised on how accurate, this character profiling is. And don't forget to register on our website so you get all the great news from us. So you can just go to login and do a registration. And please join our iLearn by subscribing. You will have a 50% off. So it's only for $1 a month. So if you think tonight's session is amazing, then you have to register for this because every single night, every single day, we have amazing knowledge and wisdom from our speakers. Okay, so for next Tuesday, we will have another GIM preview. And this time we will have it with Professor Dr. Daniel Chang. And he's a neurologist and retired, a very high-ranking officer from the Indonesian National Armed Forces. And he formerly also served as the head of the TNI Health Center. He will be sharing with us on the integration of traditional medicine with modern medical science. So do come join us next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Jakarta time. And for tomorrow at 5 p.m. Jakarta, we will have a session with Mr. Joseph Anthony Butch. And he's an experienced trainer with over 2 decades of expertise in people skill development, covering leadership, coaching, mentoring, and team building. And tomorrow his topic is, do I mentor or do I coach? So please come join us. And starting from this Thursday night, we will be having a very special evening. To design this program is to design and calm our mind and refresh our soul before bedtime. So every Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Jakarta time, please tune in our new series, Supper and Mindfulness with Mr. Ongki Hianata. And in this session, you will have a very memorable evening, learning how to reduce stress and force focus and realign our inner self and busyness of our modern life. So make time for this session to nourish our body, but also a moment to feed our mind and soul, to find the serenity and end the day with peace and joy. So remember to join us every Thursday night at 9:30 Jakarta time. And we will start from this week, and episode 1 will be on living in inner peace. So please do come and join us. And on every Saturday at 11 a.m. Jakarta time, starting from last week, we have a sponsored by Narada. We have I Learn Dharma. So I Learn Dharma invites the participants to deepen the values of Dharma as a guide to building a more balanced, wise, and meaningful life. And through topics like mental health, inner strength, spiritual leadership, and compassionate communication, these sessions will provide practical inspiration for everyday living. So please do come and join us. And also on Thursday night, we will have the phase 2 of I Learn Theology. So I Learn Theology phase 2 will be on Christian counseling. And this is sponsored by STT Charisma Bandung. And in this session, we will learn how God's love and truth restore hearts, and not only our own, but also those of others. So take this moment to understand more about Christian counseling. And it's not merely about helping, but also becoming a channel of God's healing love. And on every Monday afternoon, 5 p.m. Jakarta time, we also have a session sponsored by STT Rio Batam, I Learn Mission. I Learn Mission, a series of spiritual learning sessions held every Monday at 5 p.m., featuring experts, theologians, and mission practitioners, and who equipped with congregation to understand and carry out the call of mission in the modern era. So do come and join in all these sessions of I Learns and upskill and reskill ourselves. And last but not least, don't forget to follow iBlooming on our Instagram, our Facebook, and to get the latest updates and information. And also on the chat box, there's a link tree, so you can click on it and you will be taken directly to our website, our customer service, and more. So for tonight, thank you once again for the amazing speakers tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, feel free to once again send our hearts, our emojis, our reactions, and thank to our 2 speakers of nights again. So this is gonna be the end of tonight, and I will now close tonight's events. And good evening, and good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, and we will see you in the next I Learn session. Good night, bye-bye.